I know where we need to go.
Back to the shack.
Welcome back once again to the Shack Smack. I'm your host, Matt Struve. Alongside me, my co-host, Michael Bailey.
What up?
And a guy that we've appreciated all year, really been bringing the zing to this podcast, I think.
Zing the zang, man.
The sound guy, Derek Lansness.
He has been a great addition to the staff so far this year. You know, we've missed Dylan a lot. We've missed his knowledge and his enthusiasm for football and his non-enthusiasm for Struve.
Right. That always makes it fun.
It always makes it fun. But Derek brought a good piece to this puzzle, and I love it. It's been great.
And a special guest, a guy that's kind of been on from time to time just because he walks in the door sometimes when we're doing this and he adds a little comment here and there.
Like half the time.
It's my roommate, Sebastian Boyle Mejia.
What up?
Yes, we did just smoke a J before this, so keep that in mind. I'll try and keep myself
and some LSD.
coherent. And yeah, we're sipping on LSD.
Sipping on that good shit.
This is season 3, episode 13.
13.
Wow. I can't believe we made it through 13.
That's the regular season.
That's it. We're done.
It's all done.
This is it, boys.
Time flies.
It's time for the men.
What are you making playoffs?
Playoff time. Playoff time.
Here it is.
I'm excited. Not really as much this week, but
yep. In the era of the podcast, this is the first time making the playoffs in the 3 years we've done this, and I can't tell you, this is the most excited I have been to be at this table right now to talk for the next hour. So, buckle up, boys.
Buckle up. And Basti is also in the playoffs.
Yeah. So remember the bad luck Basti, bad luck Bailey thing?
Yeah, last year you both, and then we both just jumped right back.
Hell yeah.
I can smell it.
I can smell you.
And then unfortunately the sound guy, he didn't make it out of it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
They never understand.
They never understood.
But, he could play for that coveted Jordy Nelson award.
Who doesn't want the Jordy Nelson award?
Jordy.
Oof. Do you want to remind everybody what the Jordy Nelson award is real quick?
Yeah, that is the consolation winner gets to pick whatever pick they would like in next year's draft.
And why do we call it that?
We called that a few years ago. Paul won it.
Paul won it, that's right.
Paul Shackman. I'm a very dirty guy these days.
Very dirty.
Nothing against his home or anything. Love you, Tasia.
That's pretty upkept. It's nice.
But
cozy.
He decided to go, I think, fourth?
I think it was fourth. Yep.
And who does he draft at number 4?
Yours truly.
Jordy fucking Nelson.
Number 4. I still cannot believe it to this day.
And did he just tear his ACL the next game or something like that?
Something
I think it was something along those lines.
It was hurt or it was like...
preseason, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a preseason game. I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Wasn't even the real thing.
Wasn't even the real thing. Bummer, dude. Love to live in the past sometimes.
But that's why we don't really have a name
I'm sure he doesn't.
for...
Not even in the present right now. I mean, come on, look at his teeth.
Oh, God.
Is it the future yet?
Sorry, Paul. We don't really have a name for our trophy, our winner that Dylan got 2 years ago.
It's beautiful, too.
Yeah. And we're going to probably have to think of a name at the end of this year. If I win it, I think I might call it Go Dylan Go. How does everyone feel about that?
I don't hear much.
Just throwing it out there. It would be my team, and then Dylan. It'd be perfect.
You really want to go for the Go Dylan Go? And like, that's what you want. It's the Go Dylan Go. We all want to achieve the Go Dylan Go. I don't know if I want that.
I don't know.
Let's start going for Jordy Nelson.
Well, we don't aspire to go for the Jordy Nelson, but sometimes we have to when we don't make the playoffs.
But yes, whoever does win, Do they just get the naming rights, or
That ups the ante.
Maybe
that
they
would? That really would.
Maybe they create a list of a few of them and then we vote on it or something.
Like Bodie
that.
McBoatface.
But what if Getty
wouldn't be able to
wins?
get
He'd
a-
just he'd like name it like McDildo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if we
Something.
make it a democracy, we gotta say this beforehand, because then that's law. Like whatever the name is, it's law.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You gotta
It's an
say,
essential
is this
part
a
of this league
democracy
right now.
vote, or
Has
is
this
this
podcast ever been a
Or it's
democracy?
a dictatorship.
I
We
guess
claim
it
who we
is.
want, and then so that's what it's gonna be.
So
Winner takes
whoever
all the
wins
names.
it calls it whatever they'd like.
Holy shit! Antes
That's
are up.
crazy. I
Um,
like it.
My pants are full.
Oh baby, in this bathroom.
and
It's stinky in here.
Wait, why do we get to
I
do
don't
this
know if-
after?
you're right, you're right.
Yeah,
We
the
shouldn't.
playoffs.
We
That's a bad
It's
idea.
fun. It's fun to talk about though. We could debate it.
We should come up with something.
yeah, I was thinking we could just make a list of ones that we like, and then whoever
Wins it, chooses.
wins it.
Everyone
we
throws
just
it
do.
their own, you know, and then we
Yeah,
just vote
yeah,
on
vote
it.
And then the
on
winner chooses it. Or you want to vote?
Oh, the winner chooses
Out of the
after
list of
everyone votes it?
everybody.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
because
that's
that.
cool.
everybody gets a
That's
little
cool.
a chance. And
I like it, boss.
Look at what
He
we're
just
doing
can't,
this league.
can't pick himself then?
Uh,
He couldn't vote on the name.
He can't vote on the name.
But then he wouldn't be able to throw in a name that
a name.
he
He
wants.
wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
discuss it later.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got some stuff to talk about, I think. So
We do.
All right,
we do.
table it.
Because this is playoffs. We're going to talk
playoff
about.
season.
Actually, real quick beforehand, we'll just go through sports quick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Gophers fucking just get
suck. Is this a
destroyed
fucking
by
thing?
the bad.
This is a
I haven't
thing.
been on the fucking podcast. What the fuck?
We
is
always
this?
talk about Minnesota sports.
quick.
What?
It's a part of our
It doesn't take very
contract.
long. It doesn't take very
This
long.
is fantasy. I thought
It's
Not
filler. Let's
Minnesota. Both. Yeah.
We
not the
have
real thing.
the Wild actually making like a strong comeback.
go.
I think like 12 points in the last.
I thought it was
Great.
dark days ahead of us, man.
Yeah.
I wrote them off 3 weeks ago. I was like,
Me too,
fuck this.
me too.
I'm not watching a single
Then all of
game.
a sudden they're gonna make it to the end, and then Minnesota.
And then they lose.
They're like second wild card spot right now.
Literally.
Yeah.
Except for women's sports.
They've like gone all
Right.
the way back up.
Right.
Women's sports. You guys are great.
You guys are great.
They are really good. Even the women's hockey team won the something cup. So that's pretty cool.
The something cup.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I know
then-
that one.
Believe that. Who hasn't heard of that?
Since we last talked, have just fallen a little bit. It's crazy. We've seen the Wild go up and the Timberwolves go down.
Yep.
And we're actually watching them right now. So just
winning,
if you
though.
like cheer for anything,
Wolves.
they're going against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Whatever that is.
Wiggins puts up whatever that is.
Wiggins,
Wiggins puts up 45 tonight, guaranteeing it.
I don't even know. We don't even know how many he has right now.
It's true, but it's gonna go off because it's Oklahoma
Yeah,
Thunder.
yeah.
I mean, you know
Alright,
anything
so
about them?
So like
What's up?
playoffs.
we got any more sports to cover real quick?
I think,
bird.
yeah, Vikes. Too bad. Better luck next week.
It's all good though.
Tough game in Seattle.
We're-
Tough game in Seattle.
We're fine.
It's all right. The Ravens.
Woo woo.
Those
Purple,
Ravens,
so I'm cool
man.
with it.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right.
All right. Let's look at last week's. See who made it to the playoffs here. Week 13.
Boom, bam, boom, bang. Out of control.
Always out of control. I love it.
First match we're gonna look at was the one that didn't matter the most.
Like at all, really.
Right? Yeah. Sorry, sound guy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Condolences
to the
It
family.
was Burr versus the sound guy, and I mean, he destroyed Burr. I mean, Burr doesn't have a very good team.
Bird does not have a very good team, and Derek does have a
Wait,
pretty
what?
good team. Really, he's even got depth. Really, like Kareem Hunt having a good game. He gets a touchdown. Lamar doing his thing. Cooper bouncing back. Yeah, wow. A white guy. Who's the white guy? Oh,
Devin White,
He had
baby.
a pretty okay day.
Yeah.
Whoever he is.
He was. If you were gonna say anything about
Mr. White.
best player on Derek's team, it's Mr.
Yeah, it's
White.
definitely Mr.
No,
White.
Lamar probably MVP of the-
White,
the
science.
league.
Dude, shout out to my childhood.
This is probably. It's unfortunate for Derek because this probably should have gotten him into the playoffs. Instead, it's just a non-factor kind of week because like
Yeah,
27
last week or something.
Right,
For him.
and he's in. You know, he's looking really good. Probably definitely bounces me out.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a sec.
Derek's a viable playoff player, but he just
Bird's team is just like super floor, like really average.
Long guy.
Average at best. Freaking DeAndre Hopkins throws a touchdown.
Yeah,
That's my boy. Not in this league, but
Yep.
with the ball.
Too bad, Burb. Your team is just
Pretty poopy. Sorry.
pretty dirty.
Try again next year.
I would say it's like almost on fire garbage.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a shot.
I like that.
It's sparking, man.
It's definitely, I feel the heat at least.
Yeah, I don't even think you have a shot at the Jordy at this point.
Yeah, do better.
But Derek has a shot at
Derek has a
Jordy.
very
Yeah, I
viable
think,
shot
I
at
think
it.
he's.
I would put my money on him if I am a
And
betting
he'll
man.
probably go and draft Saquon at number 1 again. Hot take.
Hot take. Interesting. We'll talk about it. I think we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking about this matchup. Next matchup was kind of a landslide victory for Dion against Sam Getty. And we've been kind of seeing this from Sam Getty now, just kind of just this fall.
It's looking
Fall from
ugly.
glory.
It is. It's the days of Cook leading you all the way is over. It's
I can smell you.
everything is smelly. Ish. Like it's. If I'm a playoff team, that's not the lineup I want going into the playoffs. I'll just say that.
I mean, biggest disappointment for his team, I think, is David Johnson, right?
Seriously.
And that just destroyed his team.
He hurt me. I traded for him in one league. It hurt me.
Oh man, that's I still can't believe that.
I know.
It just doesn't make sense.
I felt
to
the
me.
same way. I didn't think this was his year to fall out.
Yeah.
I thought this would be his last year, and then
Yeah.
he would like give it a
I don't know, Kenyon Drake of all
Retirement, maybe?
people
I
just
don't
to like get all the carries. Like I don't get it.
what in the fuck was
I
that?
don't get it.
And,
Arizona.
I mean,
Fucking Devontae Parker.
Devontae
man.
Parker.
What a steal.
Nani?
That
Oh my
guy
God.
could potentially lead people to
Yeah,
playoff.
that is a playoff player.
Like put like
Absolutely.
all the way through. He's
Just
been a
magic,
steal.
just
It's
tossing
magic
up into
to
the air,
play
and then
again.
Devontae Parker being like, "Oh yeah, that's right, I'm deep because I'm
right.
always deep."
always.
It just really shows that Philly secondary sucks, too.
Yeah, that's really bad. Really
shot
bad.
at Philly right there. But all in all, I mean, Devontae Parker going off.
Oh.
It was Odell not doing anything
Yeah.
either.
He's like
What?
in this lineup. He's like the one that I'm super questionable about. He just has not had a very good year, and I don't know if it's opportunities. I don't know if it's just Baker not getting it to him. They're not on sync, but like
Who?
Odell, he
Odell,
just
oh,
has
yeah.
been super
been
disappointing.
I can smell you.
And Aaron Jones with his up and downness,
Right?
the year that he's
Boom
been, it's
or
like
bust.
yeah, it's tough to.
But
I mean, it's a playoff team.
Yeah, he's fine. He'll have
They both are playoff.
good
teams.
matchup next week, I'm sure, with whoever he's playing. We'll get to that later. It's me.
But way to go, Dion.
There you go, Dion.
I know you don't listen to this anyway, Getty, but yeah, your team's just falling. Yeah, it's not. Anyone that's in the playoffs wants to face you.
First round exit.
Moving on to Pappas versus Basti.
Yo, what up, dude? 2 times.
A big
Yeah,
win.
this was
big win.
Beat you in the
for-
beginning, beat you in the end. Dude, I hope to see you in the very end.
The very
and we can
end.
have one last battle where I win the war.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Wow.
Why did that to happen?
Tyler Lockett does nothing.
Nothing, and Peyton Barber does a lot.
Perfect, because I...
Jesus.
I've taken 2
Barber.
Barber.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Yo, what you know about hot takes?
God, that pisses me off.
Forget Derrick Henry again. Just a great game.
Derrick Henry
Yes,
is a
Basti,
god.
go ahead and talk about Derrick Henry.
I'm
real
sorry,
quick.
but
Let's
I don't
get
know why
shit
everybody
going.
slept on Derrick Henry. He was good last year, and nobody thought he was good this year, so I was like, this is a steal. And everybody's like, oh, it's garbage. Oh, look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
He's made me look stupid.
Yep, number 4 overall in his position.
He's
So
a
good.
He's a
So good.
just stud. The stallion of my team.
He's got some nice matchups coming up too.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm on the hunt. I am on the hunt.
Okay. I like it.
Wow, that was a little bit creepy.
I want it to be.
Speaking of hunt, I want everyone to
Yes.
really
Kareem.
during these playoff games, really watch Kareem hunt these next games that matter.
I hope you're right. And I
Hey,
agree
they
with you to
still
some
matter for
degree.
you.
well, no,
keep
they
an
still
eye out.
matter,
Yeah.
but
They matter. So you want to prove us all wrong?
Right.
That we laughed in your face?
I don't need to prove to you. I just
It's
need
gonna
to
happen.
let you see why you were wrong.
You're gonna have to prove it because
I agree with Derek kind of thing.
I know you could have something better at that position. I use it all the first 8 weeks.
What?
I don't know. I didn't need anyone. I've already explained that. But we'll go on.
Your team is fine. I would have liked your team. Good job, Basti.
Way to go.
Getting
Yeah,
the win,
right.
solidifying the playoff position.
I can smell me.
You can smell you.
If you would have lost, boss, did anyone look at the points to what he?
You would have been fine.
Would have been fine, yeah.
We did the math that night before. me and
Yeah,
you.
I was down by like 60 or 70, and then I was down like 10 less to Dion, or vice versa, one of the two. And then
It would have been that Getty would have been right above me. Is what would have ended up happening instead.
Yep.
That's what me and him did the math on
Getty-
before you and I did the math.
Yeah, with Getty losing,
Or
Dion
after
winning.
you and I did the math. Sorry.
That bumped it.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'll take Dion.
both going to the playoffs anyway.
That's right.
Good matchup. I really liked Basti's maniacal kind of thing that he said earlier, so we'll just leave it at that.
On the hunt.
And we're moving on to Dylan versus Paul. A very
Ooh, a juicy, upset, unbelievable. Let's keep talking about this for
Shut
days.
him down.
Oh my God! Here's where it gets real.
Said you don't exist.
Not anymore.
Patty Mahomes has a good game for Dylan.
Delivered.
But literally, almost everybody else does not.
Yeah,
I can't fucking believe it.
that's crazy.
That is the most insane thing I've seen in fantasy
got
in
a
a
bat
long
in you.
time.
And usually,
You will.
it happens the other way for Dylan, where he'll get it.
yeah, he slides through.
Yeah,
Right.
He's a
yeah.
sneaky, slidey guy.
This is the first time I've ever seen
Not in a bad
him
way.
not make the playoffs. I
finesse
think.
to
Yeah,
It's like
it's historic. I'll tell you that.
I know. That's why I'm saying that's why I kind of want to name it Go Dylan Go as well, because it's kind of like showing respect to Dylan.
Listen,
and
it's
showing
going to
respect
be a
my-
name in the hat.
my team.
You want to show respect to Dylan?
Dude,
He's won a lot of.
I got it. I know how we get it.
Care.
We're going to do the everyone throws a name in a hat. Then the first player literally just picks 4 of them, like out of the hat, and then he has to choose from those 4. So maybe his, it may not be.
Okay.
Cool beans?
I like it.
Or 2, 3,
I'm for
whatever you
it.
guys want to name on the number, but like that makes it more random.
kinda
What if he
like
does
something
get
like
it then?
Well, if he does, it's up to
Then
him to
it's-
be like, oh, I'm going to be self-conscious and pick the 1. Because a lot of people get self-conscious about picking their own, because then it'd be like, oh, that's being like
Maybe.
selfish. Some people have a half deal with that. Some people are like, no, this is power, let's do it.
This is my power.
Well, we got off track. Sorry.
Sorry.
Because
My
this
brain
was
farted.
like a big match, and Paul delivered. I guess
Paul delivered the
for
goods.
what?
He really did.
I mean, 97 isn't a lot of points, but it was enough. And freaking Jack Doyle with the touchdown.
Jack Doyle had a great game.
Dude, a couple weeks ago, he had a
He won with a
game.
bench fulls and a kicker that missed one for -1. We talk about goose eggs all the time and getting the win. This is the extreme of that.
-3
-3 going against you.
to still win.
Gets the win and knocks Dylan out.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, Paul. I mean, you can kind of hang your head up high a little bit just
Yeah,
for that.
that's
You can hang your
just
hat
Super
and
Bowl,
call it a
baby.
year. Just right there. Just call it a year. Don't
Yeah.
even pay attention anymore, dude. It's not
He's
worth
still
it.
proud. He's still proud.
He's very proud. I
Well,
love
he can
it.
be as proud as he wants. You just busted Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah. This needed to happen
good to hear those
some-
words.
for other people to sneak in. Next matchup we're going to look at is Bezic versus John Dolan.
The second huge matchup of this weekend
Yeah.
with playoff implications. And it was one of those where that Thanksgiving that we're seeing in the future, which is Wednesday.
It's tomorrow. Because we film on Wednesday.
Yeah, we always film on Wednesday.
Yep. So for the future. Cameron Jordan going out for 19 points and 4 sacks. That shifted everything for John Dolan. Like,
Seriously.
Yeah.
and he put up, fine numbers with the guys. Witten had a great game, and Amari Cooper did his thing. I mean, I'd take 12.5. And, like, before that, it was like, oh, guys, going against Bezic. Bezic's going to wipe the floor with them. And then the projections shifted that game. Crazy. I was like,
A lot
my
of
God.
those guys didn't really.
Michael Thomas.
got, like, the floor.
Yep, Cook dropped that one in the end zone. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was very happy to see that.
He had a couple of drops.
Did. That could be, I mean, I don't know if it would have been enough anyway, but John Dolan just pulls off the upset. He did it.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey.
That was a freak week. Freak week.
He'll have another one, I think. Giants.
I mean, with the
bad.
the matchup he's got, I think he's got it. He's definitely got a chance for another freak week.
Yep.
High volume.
That's
It's gonna be there. And he's like they said, number one receiver.
That's nice to see. It really is. That's why I'm a little nervous about John Dolan's team. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Good thing he's on the playoffs. All
Yeah,
right.
good thing. Yeah, I won't play him.
Way to go, John Dolan. I'm sure Bailey's
Sending you and Paul gift cards for Christmas.
buying beers.
And buying beers, too. Yep.
It's just everything
I will
worked out perfect. And then I did
love
my
you
part.
forever. Then
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, sure.
Leading up to this next matchup.
You finish it
My
off for
worst
me.
week in the league. Finish off the season.
I say it all the time. Teams shit the bed
Yep,
when they
against
play
you.
Michael Bailey's team.
Any given Sunday, your team will either shit the bed or do the best.
That's true. Mine did the best.
Or somewhere in between.
Or like 100.
You never know.
But I've had so many occasions where teams just. That's probably why I'm a playoff team. Is teams just don't do well against me half the time. So you would have pointed that one half.
Yeah, Nick Chubb doesn't do much. I think
Nope.
frickin' Kareem Hunt did better than him.
Yep.
It's kind of sad to see. I still am gonna win that bet though. Burb, got it.
Got it, punk.
Chubb is the better back. Keenan Allen actually gets a touchdown, which is nice. Godwin kind of falls back to earth.
What's up with Tevin Coleman?
Yeah, seriously, man, he's not trustworthy at all at this
No.
point.
wouldn't
I don't
think
even
so.
know what happened. Like,
What's the thing? Oh, yeah.
yeah,
He
like
didn't get hurt. Did he?
No, he didn't even really get hurt. It was just like, oh, we're gonna go with Molzer. Yeah.
Or or it was.
It's tough. But we kind of saw there was going to be a rough matchup for me anyway.
Yeah, I was looking ahead, the last couple of weeks, and I knew this was going to be a matchup that I had an advantage in because of the matchups with the own players. And, my receiver, fucking Robert Woods, man.
Hell yeah. He's
I have been looking for that all year, and he delivered, and it was sweet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Love
13 catches.
13 catches. Just got to get a touchdown on that, and that is a monster game. So I feel really good about Robert Woods and Devontae Adams going forward. Hope Philip Lindsay can turn it around. But
Yeah, who knows about Denver?
Who knows? I mean, it's good to have a quarterback that's gotten playing well. That probably helps out.
Yes, and I think you mentioned it last week. Are you worried about Kyler? And I guess a little bit.
Yeah, I would be a little bit. Just because that's the guy now, and it's almost like, would you go out there and try to find another quarterback if the matchup is
Right. Yeah.
like a Fitzpatrick or a Darnold or something like that? Where like maybe for this week.
What's kind of nice is he faces Pitt this next week, and I don't care because I'm on bye anyway. And then he gets to face Cleveland. But then he has to go into Seattle for the championship.
Interesting.
Into Seattle for the championship. I'm gonna have to stream someone.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. I'm not gonna lie. But
Who knows if I'll even be there.
That finished it up. Then that was the playoffs. Like that's it. I'm in. They're out.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
Feels good.
Amazing. I can't.
What a week
believe-
13.
I really can't believe that it happened the way it did. And
Well,
sorry.
we get to make it together.
Yeah, sorry, Dylan.
Sorry, Dylan. Sorry, Bezic. Condolences to the family, Derek. I don't know, Derek. I'm still love you.
But yeah, I guess that was week 13. I'm high.
Yep.
I thought you were
And
Matt.
I'd rather be high.
People usually call me Struve.
Oh.
Oh.
Except for Getty.
You're right.
And
I don't know why Sam Getty just...
Zach calls you man too now.
Yeah, just to annoy me.
It's pretty funny.
But, alright. We're going to go to our favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
You like panicked there.
It was a panic.
And then we keep like derailing on the side and we keep like going off on these tangents like what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Perfect. Not going on.
It's perfect.
This is going a minute. This is going an hour.
Okay. Standings and rankings.
Boom.
Yeah! I'm excited. It's good to talk about rankings again. I just love being on top, I'll be honest.
She said.
We're going to go through standings quick because that's one of the best parts. Matt Struve ends the season 10-3 on top.
Winner. Go, Dylan, go.
Go, Dylan, go. Sitting on top of the league.
I'm on
And
top of the world.
Can we just say
John
the rest
Pappas-
of the names?
John
as well?
Pappas is right under me.
The teams?
9-4. Dion, number 3, 8-5. Sebastian, number 4, 8-5. Getty, number 5.
Number 5.
At 7-6.
Slides a 5.
And number 6, my co-host Michael Bailey.
Let's go.
7-6.
Big baby.
7-16 that didn't make it. Our long lost co-host,
Rest in peace.
current champion, not going to be champion anymore.
No repeat.
I'm not going to
No
lie
way,
to you guys.
no
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have a smirk on my face right now.
He does.
It's he always wins. So we gotta
Gotta knock him down every once in a while.
It's kind of cool that Bailey kind of got an upper hand on him once.
Finally.
That never happens.
It does not. It does not happen very often to him, especially. And I think the whole league can appreciate it.
Yes. I sure do.
Feels good.
At number 8, the sound guy, 6-7.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
He's not fine, guys.
I don't think so. 6-7. Bezic, who's also 6-7.
Ooh.
Burb, 4-9.
What happened?
He has fallen.
Oh, God!
I thought you were some kind of elite mind or
No,
something.
God, please, no!
Yeah, I tell you about this elite mind stuff.
Yeah,
So that's a little bit of bullshit.
I mean,
I can smell you.
it happens.
Smells like lies.
So many lies.
So many lies.
And then, bottom 2, it's shocking. John Dolan, number 11,
No way.
3-10. Paul, number 12, 3-10 as well.
I can smell you.
And this kind of translates pretty well over to the next, which is even more fun, is our rankings.
Yeah, I love our rankings.
It's so much fun to make fun of
We
the
took a lot of
dirty,
time on this
dirtier and dirtiest. Yeah, we analyzed this one. I was making some arguments.
I made votes.
Yep.
We all vote all the time.
It's a voting system. This is a democracy, but in
democracy.
secrecy, a dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Exactly.
So,
Throw it all together.
unanimously though,
Sound
this
guy,
was
you wanna make
unanimously
coup?
number.
Maybe.
Oh, I guess I don't know if these two were kind of interchangeable.
Tonight, it's them.
I'll
These
take the
actually 3. So the guy that didn't make it into the dirty for the first time, I think,
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
you're
season,
totally right.
It's John Dolan at number 9.
John Dolan, the savior
Pulled
of the
yourself
league.
out of the dirty.
Nice.
And this was debatable. You were right in that dirty range. That's why I'm talking
Yeah, it
about
was.
you.
Yep.
I
I made a strong
Long.
argument.
It
For
was-
you, Daddy.
And then it took them a long time to figure out that argument. And we finally nailed it.
Yes. And that
Put the
means
nail in your coffin.
someone else dropped into it. So,
You're
at,
kind of dirty.
at number 10, a guy that John Dolan is facing this week.
Ooh.
You gotta get that Jordy Nelson.
Get
Gotta
that
beat
Jordy.
Burb, you deserve to be the dirty.
How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run.
Can't win them all, bro.
The night goes
Can't win them all.
on as I'm
Better luck
fading
next year,
away.
Fading away. Sorry, bud.
Which means that you guys are probably going to be baffled by this.
Baffled.
I've been talking about it all year. Not a good team. Just had some lucky games where he's won a bunch of games.
And we proved ourselves right.
Proved ourselves right. Dropped out of the playoffs. We're talking about you, current champ. Dylan Fisher at number 11. The dirty.
Try your best, but you don't succeed.
What a sound clip for this.
Right?
Perfect.
Right?
God.
He tried his best.
Yeah, you really did. I watched you try to make moves. I shut you down. I'm sure you asked every fucking person in the league, and
you
they
were
almost
working
shut you
everything.
down.
Every angle.
We almost made a trade. There was some capabilities.
We
but
made one. And
I almost made trades with
Struve.
Struve. I almost made trades with Bezic. Things happen. Things
There were
do
a lot
happen.
of trades, though.
But look where we are.
Yeah, there were an okay amount.
I don't think as much as normal. Like,
Not as much as last year. I feel like there was more of a stone wall this
I
year.
never traded.
People were more safe this year.
Yep, I agree.
They were worried about things happening.
Yeah, they didn't want to get burned.
And that could be because of this podcast a little bit. I apologize.
And maybe.
I haven't
I don't listen to it.
enforced the no trading with Dylan in a while.
I don't have time. I'm sorry.
I don't have the time.
Sorry, the dogs are probably making some noise as well. I mean, we're all crowded in this bathroom. It's a
lot
antsy
getting
little
all
bit.
these people and dogs and animals and
In one single bathroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the acoustics are unbelievable, so we got to keep it this way.
Struve's on the toilet. We got the mic on the towel rack. Bailey's just standing in the shower with the sound guy, and I'm just on the floor with the dogs.
Let me just touch you real quick, Derek.
All that leading up to everyone knows this team. He did what he needed to do this week, but he couldn't pull himself out of the dirtiest Paul.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I feel like you were just like a weird dark entity that you just like beat the people necessary at the right time, Paul. And we really appreciate that.
He's another savior of the
Bailey
league.
more than anybody else, I would say.
I will give you a hug. I will buy you 2 drinks and a $5 gift card to Starbucks. Like,
That is
that's what's gonna
recorded
happen.
permanently. Remember this.
Just 2 drinks though.
Just 2. Limit yourself, Paul.
Moderation, man.
But way to go, Paul. Not way to go for the season. Because
You're like a 2-15 Lions team that's trying to beat the Packers to help out the Vikings. Like that's what I feel. And it happened.
It was awesome.
I love you.
But yeah, your team is
really
the
shitty.
dirtiest, but dirtiest all year. One thing I gotta say, Antonio Brown.
Angel.
Shots fired!
Thanks
Yep.
for falling on that grenade.
That's probably the worst
We appreciate
decision
it.
of the year is
Yeah.
picking Antonio
Holy
Brown. Out of
what a
everybody
grenade.
that picked a draft pick, it was. God damn, Antonio Brown, Jordy Nelson, can't believe it. Paul, you suck.
Ow!
Paul, you are not good.
It's like you're good at picking bad.
You
Wow.
are
I
good
can
at
smell
picking,
you.
Actually, he had a pretty good year 2 years ago. Remember
Yeah.
when he ran
Yep, he
those
did.
3 wide receivers?
Yep.
All right, side the point. You're the dirtiest this year. Yuck.
Yuck.
And then at number 8, a man that couldn't make the playoffs either, even though he had a pretty good team, I felt like.
It's pretty good.
Alexander Bezic. I'm sorry, buddy.
Bazinga!
Bazinga!
The magic ran out.
It did. He just couldn't
I
put
thought
it
Ingram
together.
would support you real well. He did decent, but
Zeke
not
too.
enough. Yeah, Zeke with you. Yeah, like I did
Yeah.
not understand why your team didn't do better. I don't know if it was just like shit luck or what.
Yeah,
happened.
it was a lot of
Like,
shit luck.
I feel like it was just wrong matchups at the wrong time. People's
Yeah.
liking.
Yep, I agree.
Like he'd play a guy that goes off and then not play him when he didn't go off. I don't know. Whatever.
You can't explain your losses, man, but you lost.
You lost and you didn't look good doing it, and
It's
Yeah, you-
better luck next year. Or you could
Yeah.
maybe take the Jordy Nelson.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're in the
Yeah, but
running.
someone
for
Someone that has the
Jordy Nelson.
capability of
Yeah.
doing it.
I would
Yeah.
say he's got like the 3rd best.
I'd say a
Maybe
lean
the
on
second.
team. Yeah, a team you can actually count on to some degree.
Yep.
And then our favorite for the Jordy Nelson this year, I
far.
think,
yeah.
the sound guy, Derek Wansmith.
Boneless pizza.
Yes, we will buy you a bunch of bonus pizza.
Derek, your team was a couple
It's
good
just
plays
fucking-
away from being a playoff
non-injuries
team.
away.
Non-injuries
Like,
away.
They
And,
also
like,
tell
did
you
weird
all
things
the
at
time to
weird
say that
times.
you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
We
Never.
we don't understand, Derek. You know.
But you got the Jordy Nelson in the bag.
oh yeah,
and
it's
you-
yours for the taking.
Yeah, it's sitting in
Go
front
out
of you.
there and
I
shut
hope so.
them up.
It's up to you.
No, it's up to my players, but
It's up to your knowledge
Make
and
the
your
right
brain.
lineup, yeah.
What happens? What do you play? What are the matchups that make it worthy of the playing?
Pete didn't take the fucking trophy.
I just noticed
oh
that.
my
Yeah.
God.
Get fucked.
You just announced it on the podcast that Dylan can listen to, and then
Dylan doesn't
know
listen
that
to it. Dylan doesn't listen to it anyway. So.
We hope not anymore.
It's true.
These nuts.
Then the people that made the playoffs, probably the worst team in the playoffs, the guy that everyone...
Number one.
He was
number one.
Even Nigeria doesn't like him.
We've kind of forecast this slide for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, he's been dropping in. I can't believe he made the playoffs, but he
My
won
boy.
enough games beforehand.
Yep, points got him
Sam
too.
Getty at number 6.
Number 6.
And then behind him, I think these were tougher decisions between these 3 teams. But we decided that Dion, you just kind of squeaked in, and it's going to be you at number 5.
Ooh.
Yep, Nimes doesn't agree, Dion.
Yeah, Nimes is
She's
pissed
a
about
fan
it.
of you, I think, and she believes you should be higher. I agree. Dion, you should be.
I disagree,
Nimes.
okay? So.
Wow. You two just
Yeah.
have some animosity.
Yeah, what do we want to fight about? I'll fight. Do it.
Speaking of the next guy, my co-host, number 4, probably the highest he's been.
Probably since the preseason.
Yeah.
Shit.
There's
Feels
a
good to
promised
be. You
land.
got a sound for that, number 4?
number 4.
No.
There is actually no sound for that.
Damn it, I've never had a
Not
sound for
number
my
4.
name.
I mean, the projections show that you're gonna have a good week next week. I like your team.
Thanks.
She's agreeing.
She I don't know.
She
I don't
just
know.
knows. She's like, no,
she's
talk
like-
about Dion's team. He's the better
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
And
I
I'm
think
like,
that's
nah, I
what
mean,
she-
shut the fuck up.
You know all, Naomi. I know you do. Marcy, you got some contention over here.
Marcy, what's your thoughts?
I think that
She's gone.
God.
they've got a pretty good team, and then the guest on the
Co-guest.
co-guest
Co-guess.
at number 3, who's had an amazing last couple of weeks. Fucking Derrick Henry leading the way there.
4 wins in a row.
The hottest team
Sebastian
in fantasy.
Boyle Mejia at number 3.
Oh god, I don't know what number 3 is.
Oh,
You can
man.
make it anything you want, dude.
I could.
You
I want
Ding.
something.
Number no.
what episode is this?
No, I know what number 3 was.
Who was Rocco?
So who was it again?
We'll edit this
Me.
out. Don't worry,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, for sure.
It's editing on. It's me, dude.
Sebastian Boyle Mejia. I'm an Avenger. I'm coming back after 2 years. Yeah, congrats, boss. I've been kind of down on your team.
I know you have, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I don't even.
you
listen
proved
to
me
this
wrong.
and I know it.
You proved me wrong, and your team.
Derrick Henry. And
Imagine if, like, you
Yeah,
said,
all
all
together.
You hit the nail on the head the other day when you came up to me and you're like, dude, imagine if you had like just like another solid RB. And I was like, I know, dude. James Conner just fucking failed me.
Yeah.
Imagine a solid RB
You had
would put me
another
just at
one?
like an elite
I know,
status.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, I agree. That'd be
You'd have everything you'd want.
It'd be a
Everything
scary
you'd
team.
want.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you
It's
could
like
play-
it's still a decently scary team. But
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
you-
it's like the level that's like fuck. I don't want to
The fact
face.
that you can play Kittle and Andrews in a situation is like amazing
awesome.
to me.
That's
Like,
awesome.
God,
It's gross.
great.
I like it.
If I didn't have Kelsey, I'd
Gives
be
me
jealous.
options, dude.
By a lot.
And Kittle
I'm
had a lot of
jealous.
shaky weeks where like you didn't want to play him, and then
Right.
Andrews came in and just fucking played.
Yeah, they're like
It was-
what 3 and 4 or something like that, or in their position ring. Like it's
It 2 and 6.
Yeah.
2 and
2 and
6.
6?
Andrews is 2, but
Wow,
only because
man.
Kittle missed a few
hurt
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
Yep. They're both pretty good.
They're my boys.
I'll
I'll tell you what, the Ravens is my boys.
Eddie looking good.
Okay. Number 2, even though I am on the top as far as record is concerned, I really think that my team is kind of a little
It's
bit
shaky a little bit. There's some questions about your
I thought I
roster.
had like a solid roster, and they just haven't been as
Set it and
solid.
forget it.
Your tight ends
Yeah,
always.
There was a
type of-
time where I would say your team was set.
Yeah,
and
It
forget
was. It
I
was.
agree.
I didn't have to think about what match I was going to do. I was like, "Yep, I'm going to just go with these guys."
Now you actually have to debate.
Yeah,
things.
QB's questionable, I would say. Tight end's questionable as it really has always been for you.
Always
this
been.
year.
Could've made those
That's what
trades.
all you-
I
tried to get one. I was trying to get Kittle or Bar.
I know, dude.
For so long.
I wanted a bit more value. There
So
wasn't
long.
you didn't complete the value with me.
I felt like
What was
the
it?
value was there for a while.
For one of them, I agree, but I just
I think
didn't.
we were
I
going to
didn't
do
bite on
Kevin
it.
Coleman for a while.
You were trading me both those backup Barbies.
Yeah.
For Andrews.
For Andrews, yeah.
It was
Interesting.
Tevin Coleman and whoever your other backup was. I don't know. who
David
it was.
Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I debated about it with Mark Andrews, and I was just like,
Wow, he's still rejected.
but it was
Yeah,
because
I
George
know.
Kittle
I
was
said
on
a
a
lot.
questionable week, so
Yeah, he was.
You had to keep the.
that would have probably been when I would have pulled the trigger, but I get it though. I do.
But that makes the guy that's been, I think, the best team all year. He's got some solid players.
Yeah.
He had kind of a rough week last week, but I think he'll bounce back. He's got the best team in the league, John Pappas.
I beat him last week.
Well,
I'm sorry, Pappas. I will bring it up
Sound guy.
because I beat you the
Sound
early
up?
season and the late season.
No, I think you screwed up.
I did not think I was ever going to beat you, Pappas, to be honest. Do you know that half of your losses are mine?
wait, damn. Who are we talking about? Who was the first place person?
John Pappas.
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. So it would seem.
Oh my god. I'm rock hard.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
We'll edit that together as well.
Yep.
And
I will.
John Pappas,
On my own time.
you should win this.
On
Be
Sunday.
your first championship in this league. It would be a proud moment.
Hey, that goes for a lot of us,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, it does go for a lot of
Oh yeah, I
us.
should mention that quick.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to talk
5,
about
6
the playoff picture next, and
What's it look like?
Yeah, what does it look like? What's
Give
the
me the
forecast?
well, I guess do you want me to go?
Nope.
I do want to say just quickly.
Nope. He's got to mention something. I said nope. I don't even know what it is yet.
You might have made the right call.
No. I just wanted to mention that going for the playoffs and the championship this year, Bailey, Getty, Basti, Dion, Pappas have not won a championship, and it's only me. So it could be a new champion this year. The odds are against me.
Tried
Which is awesome to see. I think that's like what you want to see when
It makes it like
every year
It's
makes it
parody.
fun.
It's basically like people, all of us, top to bottom, know what we're talking about and thinking when it comes to football, and it shows.
Yep.
I like Getty just getting lucky and taking Cook and
yeah.
riding that all year, but I look at all of our lists and like, other than Pappas who drafted really well and you that drafted really well, there's things that like these people like we all drafted well, but there's things we had to do to like make our team better or plug in or something like that maybe we didn't necessarily love in our draft, and things might have hurt us a little bit, but we recovered. We found players to plug in, and depth was always going to be a huge thing. And I think those bottom four.
Depth is a huge thing.
I think that really got
Questionables
us in
throughout
there
the year are a real deal.
It's tough,
So is Doubtful / James Conner. Fuck!
right? That's,
James.
Who is he?
who is he?
A player or just a fucking IR?
I always say that too because I had a lot of people get injured this year, and I can't.
I'm sorry. I'm
believe
just
I made
upset
it.
about James Conner and his deliverance for this year and the work I've had to go through to get to this position with James Conner fucking me week by week.
Week by
You
week.
made it. You got
James
through.
Conner.
I did. I played Patrick fucking Laird.
Yeah. White running back.
Love it.
Okay. We're gonna move to the playoffs, round 1,
Baby.
We don't have a sound for playoffs.
week 14.
All right.
Did it. Let's go. We're going.
Darkness, my old friend.
Wow, that That was
That was a good. No,
I was like,
good.
I was gone like a
Roundabout, yeah.
trip of the song.
It's like you got a little bit, and then you
there.
got a little more, and then at the end, you got a closure on the people that had the sadness and the darkness. All right, let's continue.
The mushroom tea that we drank earlier really is kicking in now.
I thought it was LSD. But shit.
Yeah, that's what we called it.
That
Yeah.
was. It's delicious.
First match we're gonna look at. I guess we can just mention quick the people that are on bye. I am on bye. Thank you very much. John Pass is on bye. Way to go, John.
Thank you
Pappas.
very much.
And then Derek is also on bye.
Hey.
Best of the worst over there.
That's right.
And also Dylan Champ. Sorry. But best of the worst.
Yep. Best of the lousiest. Lousiest of the best.
But first match we're going to look at is we're going to go into the consolation bracket first.
Let's get this out of the way.
First one is Paul versus Bezic.
Dirt out of my eye.
Yeah, Alan Robinson having a nice day.
That's what Paul wants to see, that's
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think Paul's got it in the bag.
In the bag.
You know, calling it now.
Let's see.
Paul's too proud to let it go
The
now.
thing with Bezic is he seemed to make the wrong choice on Crowder and Robbie Anderson for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've noticed that, and he always picks the guy that doesn't go off. So I think that's going to be key here.
That's gonna be the piece.
Yeah,
If he can pick the right one, he could have a great week.
Crowder did not have a good game last week, so now he's going to sit him, and now he's going to have a good game this
Yep.
week or whatever.
Robbie
Yeah.
won't have anything, and it's going to kill Bezic. It's going
But-
to knock him out of the Geordie.
I just can't see it happening. I look at Bezic's team, and he's got some good players. Man.
Michael Thomas is going against a tough defense. So is Jared Cook.
Yeah, they are.
Watson, I would say, is going against a tough defense. So
Christian Kirk's going against tough defense. I think Pittsburgh is tough.
He does not have
Yeah.
the matchups in comparison to Paul.
Paul seems poopy, but
Yeah, Paul seems
Jack
poopy,
Doyle's got a
though.
nice matchup.
A lot of his guys.
Anytime he played Tampa Bay, yeah, Hines could have another good game.
Chris Carson doesn't have the best matchup in the world. Neither does Todd Gurley, actually.
Actually, I take that back.
Carson's got like
Hines
half.
is Marlon's back.
It's not bad.
I don't know.
I think
Like LA.
I would say like Bezic definitely has the better team. I think the matchups. I think he's a little bit higher projected than he should be. I think the matchups should take it down a little bit, but I don't think it'll matter. I think Bezic still got the better team. He's already got 22.3 from Zeke. I'll run with Ingram Toenail. Yeah, Ingram Toenail.
Sound guy, do you want to make a comment on this?
Phillip Rivers is laughable.
Yeah.
Really even serviceable anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad I dropped him.
Yeah.
But there really isn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyler's kind of been rough too. But besides the point. Sorry,
You
sound
could pick
guy.
up a different quarterback.
Sound guy. Paul?
No, you.
Oh.
I was interrupting. You were gonna pick who you thought.
Oh, Bezic.
You're gonna go with Bezic as well.
Yeah.
How
all right.
dare you?
I mean, might have to get out the broom.
It's a strong possibility here
Broken it.
because I'll third the Bezic because I have no faith in the worst team in the league at all.
Nope,
So
not at all.
Well, I think it's going to be a fucking upset.
upset. He's calling me
Keeping the
upset.
broom in the closet.
Yeah.
Put the broom
It
away.
just the matchups tell me that I think Paul's team will end up better than Bezik's. I think Bezik's is a better team. Don't get me wrong, but like I think the week is in Paul's favor. That's all I'm saying. So I go with Paul this week.
Interesting.
Wow. All right. I don't think the matchups are there to make the argument though, but it could happen. It could happen.
Could happen.
Anything can happen.
Yep, as we saw last week.
You can fly.
The other consolation that we're going to look at, kind of a little bit more exciting, I feel like. Both have some better projections anyway.
Yeah, these are two, better looking teams, I guess.
John Dolan versus Burb. Both dirty teams, but
Both very
a
dirty.
little bit better, maybe.
I like Elshon in this game. I like Le'Veon Bell in this game. I like Kirk in this game, especially if Thielen plays.
I don't
He's
think
not gonna
Thiel's-
play.
Is he already rolling
Yeah, I
out?
think so.
Let me look into the future a little bit. He is doubtful.
Doubtful. So no. Okay.
He's not going to play.
I mean, I like JD's team better than Burb's for sure.
Burbs, yeah, like I'm just not I'm not a believer in Freeman, that's for sure.
Not at
I think he's
all.
way past
But
his
Carolina run defense sucks. Did you see last week? Freaking Geis had 100 yards, and so did Adrian.
That's true. They both did. Geis is good though. Like,
Yeah, Geis is good. But I mean, Freeman is not horrible. He's okay.
he's okay. Though.
God, I just
They're on a team
used to
that's not
In the
playing
okay
for anything.
He was good, dude. It's not that
Yeah,
he wasn't.
yeah,
he
he
was
was.
good. Something happened. It just didn't. It doesn't click like it used to, man.
Just getting older.
Yeah, and that
I'm
Atlanta,
taking hits and all that. And
Atlanta changed the
Atlanta
game plan.
offense just doesn't go as much as I don't know. A lot of shotgun, but he can still work out around that.
okay.
I like Paul's team, dude.
We already went through Paul's team.
I know.
We're on to Bourbon. John Dolan. Bourbon John Dolan. And it's a tough pick for me. I hate that he played Witten and he only got 6.2.
It does suck.
I would not have done that. Like, does he have any other options or?
Well, what else is out there? Like, I don't know. It worked out for him last week. He's been doing it pretty much all. He's number 9. He's
Okay.
top 10 tight end, but
In comparison, JD's got the matchups. I feel like too.
I think he's got some better ones too.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to go first yet. But I know what I want.
Like you got some okay players. You know, I'd say decent players at wide receiver for sure. Good players, but like
I like Alshon a lot this week.
But I mean, DeAndre Hopkins has faced Chris Harris.
Right.
Mike Evans faces Indianapolis.
Yeah, I don't really know that matchup.
And then he's going to play Cole Beasley
He's been hot.
instead of Juju against Arizona.
I wonder if they're thinking, well, Juju's not going to play.
Oh, yeah, Juju's not playing.
And I'm thinking like that's going to be a high-scoring game probably, so there's probably a bunch of points on the board. 2 running mole quarterbacks going at it. Could be a lot. So I don't know. It's not a bad flex play for Cole.
I'm going to go with Burb. I just don't have enough faith in John Dolan to pull off enough points to do it. He's got some good players.
He does.
Just, I like the matchup with Freeman, Singletary. I think we can kind of pass to him too, and maybe he'll get some points. DeAndre Hopkins, I know he's facing Chris Harris, but they are at home in Houston. And then Mike Evans is at home as well. That's why I'm going to go here. Does anyone else want to? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm doing. I think Bird's gonna win.
Wow. Alright.
Singletary, he's gonna have a game
Against
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
In Buffalo.
In
He'll have
Buffalo.
a game.
that's a bold statement, my friend.
And of course Russell Wilson. Those two players.
Naomi's totally disagreeing with you. She
Yeah,
thinks that the
Naomi.
Baltimore D is gonna shut them the fuck down.
Down.
I don't know, man. Buffalo has something to play for. They have
I mean, that is agreed, but Baltimore just is gonna keep doing what
I don't know. Baltimore's gonna just keep coming and trucking, but like
Trucking, motherfucker.
I think Buffalo might.
Bills been good this
They'll
year.
they'll have to go back and pass, and there's going to be a back and forth affair.
It could be a back and forth. I could.
I totally get it.
I think it's not a bad take.
I'm
Yes.
going JD.
Gonna go with John Dolan.
Yeah. I think he's got it. I think he's got it in the bag, honestly. And not that your team is like the worst of the worst, Bird, but like JD's got the matchups lined up, in my opinion.
He did have Cooper go off for more than I would expect him to go off.
Yeah.
But Witten is just. Witten's Witten. I would never.
That's his only player
Yeah,
that's
it's
going
only,
to bet.
yeah, I
That's
just looked.
it.
Yeah, that's all I could do anyway.
That's why I'm also
Right.
taking John Dolan.
I like it.
I like his matchups. I think Le'Veon's going to have a great game. I think Jeffrey's going to have a great game. And, yeah. John Dolan with the upset. Goes on for the Jordy Nelson.
No brooms so far.
Nice.
Now we get to go into the matchups that are interesting. The ones we're excited to talk about because this is playoffs.
Playoffs
This is
season.
1 game elimination playoffs. This isn't your 2 game.
This is it. Yeah. This
So-
is way better.
So you have to win this week to move on. Times. First matchup we're going to look at is Getty versus the Guest. Sebastian Bowman, yeah.
I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win.
I mean, really, everyone wanted to face Sam Getty.
Seriously.
The Sam Getty lottery, Basti won it.
Basti won it. He's probably got his ticket punched to the second round. Randall Cobb going for nothing in the future, as we see. Ronald Jones. Well, I just don't get what happened with Ronald Jones there. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Hot hand for Peyton Barber. Like, what? That doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, that was weird.
Don't like Breeze. Not gonna play him. Ryan, I don't know. He might have an okay day. Kenny Galladay, it's kind of up in the air, I guess, with Kenny Galladay. If Rhodes is covering him, then he might have a great day.
Great.
Is Ingram gonna play?
I think so.
Another limited practice. Looks like it.
Ooh.
Could be better for him. But let's talk about the other team. Tannehill's been just on a streak of late.
You goddamn right.
We've already talked about Derrick Henry. He's got a great matchup against Oakland.
They both do. Tannehill and Derrick Henry.
It's together, yeah. That's why I was like, they're going to go off together, baby.
So that's going to be their whole game. Pretty much right there is just Tannehill airing it out and then Henry just doing his thing.
Getting the other side, yeah.
And then you've got Samuels against Arizona. It's a great matchup. And as you know, Connor's out, so you got the handcuff guy. He's going to get a good workload. You said Julio's back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Play. DJ Moore's been really good lately. I've been a big fan of him the last couple of weeks.
Damn right.
Kittle's great. Sutton, I think he's a lock-in kind of guy. Set it and leave it. He's been so good lately. I just don't think there's any way possible that Getty can pull this one off.
No.
So
I fucking hope not.
I'm going with Kittle be all right, and I think Kittle be all right.
And Julio is going to play.
Julio is going to play. Everyone's got it cleared, yeah. As of today, earlier this morning.
He sure did.
Earlier midday, about, I think.
Yep, I would say if Dalvin Cook wasn't hurt last week, I would say that Sam Getty has him, and he can do anything, and he can be in this. But
did you see Ronald Jones?
Well, I mean, he could switch out, but I mean, even just looking at his team, his players have just been getting poopier and poopier each week, as we've seen from a long time ago. And yeah, Derrick Henry going off. It's his time. It's Basti's Dalvin Cook.
Indeed, it is.
So I have to go with Basti.
Yep.
Remember the hype on Sammy Watkins as well for Sam
week
Getty's
one.
team. Week one,
Holy
it was
shit, he's got
and
him
he
in
has
his
David
flex.
Johnson, and he has Diggs, and he has
Damn.
Dalvin Cook. It was like holy moly,
So
and
much.
Galladay. It was pretty ridiculous.
Yep.
And then it just kind of
Deflated.
came falling all the way down. So I believe I can pull out of the closet, unless Sebastian has something to say about it.
Oh, God.
All right, listen, Getty, you have a chance, a snowball's chance in hell, but I'm going to go ahead and say I win this one.
Yeah, it's a sweep.
It's a sweep.
I think we kind of knew the sweep was coming.
Yeah.
Sorry, Getty, I hope I win it. I need to have redemption against Stroop the next week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's
I mean,
what
he
I
might
want.
win because I picked you.
Right? Kiss of death.
Kiss of death.
Kiss of
death.
Every
Always,
pick
baby.
I pick is
It's a thing.
wrong.
That's a lie. I've seen you get it right.
And then the last matchup we're going to look at, one that Bailey's probably been lathering, ready to...
The best match of the week.
It
Stroking
is.
himself, too.
It's very close. It's tough to say either way. We're looking at my co-host Michael Bailey versus Dion.
Man, is this going to be a matchup, man. I am happy to get 11.5 out of Jalen Smith. I think he had a fumble recovery. That was great. But, man, I'll run it down real quick. It's everything that I want is Carson Wentz has got a great matchup. Actually, I think pretty much everybody. Woods has an okay matchup. Kelsey's got a tough matchup, but it's Travis Kelce, whatever. Everybody else really has a good matchup this week. Phil Lindsay's got a good matchup. Devontae Adams does. James Washington with Juju and James Conner out. they got to go somewhere. So James Washington's the number 1 receiver in that.
Yeah, and Arizona's
Really bad.
defense just sucks.
Really bad at pass defense, so I feel really
So
good about that.
bad.
Hopefully Dan Bailey can give me at least like 8 to 10 points. That'd be great.
That's what you look for.
That's what it is. That's all I want. I noticed he took out Dak. He probably could have gone with a 17.5, but I understand the decision.
Yeah, I would have agreed. I wouldn't have played Dak.
Yep. But it's gonna kick you if Fitzpatrick, blows and just somehow, some
Get
way.
you 10 or something like
Yeah.
that, then you're gonna be kicking yourself. For
Yep. So that could be a tough.
We'll
decision.
see. I mean, Fitzpatrick could go off, and you could look like a genius.
Good, very good. Aaron Jones scares me. Devontae Parker really scares me. Man, it's
Seriously.
just hot. It's crazy. I think Mixon's got a pretty good matchup too this week.
Cleveland. And
So, yeah.
ODB
I
has
feel like this is
Cincy.
going to be a tight one, man. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I think this is going to be a run for your money. I think
so.
you guys both have decent teams,
flip
and
of
you're
a
both going
coin.
to have a decent... Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm having a hard time choosing what I want, to be
It
honest.
is. And that's what you want is the matchup of the week.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. Feels good. I love it.
It's tough.
I mean, Dion's players have great matchups as well. I mean, he's got players from teams who have nothing to lose and can do, really well. And Bailey has good players who have decent matchups. I don't.
It's very difficult. It's very... Mars, what do you think?
I mean, maybe Dion because he has Buda Baker.
I
You
know,
want
it really
to start
sucks.
things off? Sound guy?
That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Dion because he has
He's
Buda
number
Baker.
2. Like, man, I don't know how you top number 2 Buda Baker. Fuck.
Man, why would you drop someone like that?
Unless you had Eric Reed number 1. I just want to point that out. But yeah, why would you drop Buda Baker?
I went over this many times. I'm not gonna say it again.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
Everyone knows the story.
Pick your
It
poison.
Very difficult. Guest, would you like to...
Yeah. Fuck.
Mr. Guest.
Mr. Gaze.
Meester.
I'm going to have to say that you guys both have phenomenal matchups in multiple categories, but in terms of overall capability, I feel like Bailey's team is going to take it. It's just going to depend on... I'm not going to say it's going to depend on one thing and one thing only. Listen, one thing only. Robert Woods.
Robert, well, I tell you what.
It is literally...
It's not
gonna
Robert
depend-
Woods. It's
No.
Jared Goff. It's Jared Goff.
I mean, also debatable, but I'm just saying, in the sense that whether or not Robert Woods will get those looks, and
Right.
I have him in another league, and it's just it's a goddamn dice roll every week.
Yeah, I know.
It's as much as you
been
want to
so
lean on
tough.
the man, it's a dice roll. Sometimes.
Early on, he was so slow out of the gate. It sucked. I was like, this is my number 2? This sucks.
Right?
But, man, as he turned it around the last 3 weeks.
Last couple weeks, he's done his job, dude.
Yeah,
It's been
Goff has
phenomenal.
really started to look for him.
So that's what you gotta hope for. It just continues.
13
Finally,
catches last week.
Continues.
Love it. I feel
But
good
yeah,
about receivers.
Bailey then.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Dion. Much love for your team, but it's just not there.
Woo! Yeah, I respect your team, Dion. It's going to be a tough matchup.
It's alright.
It's alright.
I really think that if Ryan Fitzpatrick gets more than 20 points, Dion wins this matchup. And I'm going to say he does. And I'm going to go with Dion.
Wow.
Everything else
Against
is
the
pretty much
Jets,
a
I know.
wash.
I'm liking that too.
And if any of them are 2, Devontae Parker, that's why it's the crutch, I think, right
He's
there.
the X Factor.
So it's those 2. If they go off, then I think it's going to be Dion. I'm going to go with Dion.
If he gets the Devontae Parker factor.
Yeah.
It was one of my decisions I was debating upon.
But then if they fail, though, then I think it's Bailey's
it's going to
win.
automatically...
Yeah, I think
right,
Bailey
that's
wins.
what I
Yeah.
mean by, Bailey's got the team I say I can lean upon. Dion's got the team that I say can...
What has been proven
spike.
this year? Teams play bad against Bailey's teams.
Shit the bad against my team. It is proven fact.
If they're...
It's almost as
Boom and
proven... Yeah. It's almost as proven as, if you get a goose egg, you're probably going to win that game. because that's been also a trend this
That's
year.
been very.
I think I've done that and I didn't win.
You might be the only one though, if that has happened.
I don't.
I won with the
know.
goose egg last week.
I won
Against
a couple
Memphis.
weeks ago.
Yeah,
It
I
seemed
think
like
I
every
did.
single week there
Couple weeks
was.
A single goose egg win.
Yeah, it's funny.
Nice.
I
That's
don't
kind
know
of
why.
interesting. It is.
Yeah, it's super interesting.
God, I was so close, Pappas, to just changing my lineup. We talked about it. It was a sad day, but it worked out.
It worked out either way for Sebastian Boimahia. It worked out for Michael Bailey.
It sure did.
It worked out for Sam Getty.
Wow.
I can smell you.
Congrats to the people that made it to the playoffs. Good luck
Thank you.
to everyone this week. I mean, besides people that are on bye. Really, congrats to those people.
Yeah,
Definitely
we did.
getting
We
that
did
bye.
a pretty good job.
Yeah,
You did
yeah,
a great job.
yeah.
Next year's mine.
And I don't know if we'll continue to do this into the playoffs. Sometimes we kind of stop doing it,
Pretty much
but
depends on if I win or not.
that kind of I kind of wanted to
My
mention.
contract doesn't go that far.
The contract
You're gonna
still
start paying him.
is paid for all the playoffs,
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
I'm not worried about Derek. But I really, like I say, appreciate everyone that tunes in and listens. And a special thanks to the sound guy. He's really made it special this year.
Good job, Derek.
Oh, I threw up in my mouth.
Good stuff. Thanks to the guests that have come through this year.
Basti, thanks for being on.
Paul,
Okay.
We've been trying to get you all
Dion.
year.
Dion.
It's just been
Getty
tough.
was in the room.
I get tired. It's hard to like keep
I
myself.
know.
Dylan.
Busy
Paul.
man.
Do we say Paul?
I think I said Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it once or twice?
This is it though.
Paul
We
was
got
just
it.
once.
I want to thank the dogs for
Yep.
keeping up with all the
Tuning
noise
in.
in the background and always being right next to us in these bathrooms.
Real
It
MVP.
really makes it so much better to
Make
do
it smellier, though, if they want.
Yep.
Pretty smelly.
It's so we got to get out of here. Have a good night.
Peace.
Bye.
No. No. Oh.